ideas are so powerful that sometimes you are just one idea away from your breakthrough. You are just one idea away from that great dream that you want to see achieved. The major problem a lot of people have is ideas. They don't have an idea of what they need to do. They don't have an idea of how they need to do what they need to do. I've met with people that have money. Money is not their problem. They have money, but they're asking, what can I do? You see, I have this money. I don't know what I can do. And you're asking yourself, my God, you mean somebody has money and he doesn't know what to do with the money? Yes, there are people like that have money, but they don't know what to do with the money because they don't have the ideas that they need to be able to see the money working for them. But I want you to know that in order for you to be able to enter into the fullness of what you want to enter into, you must know how to generate ideas. A lot of people have heard that ideas rule the world, but they're asking themselves, yes, I know ideas rule the world, but so how do I get the idea? Where do I get idea from? I don't even know how to get idea. Oh no, listen to me. On a daily basis, hundreds of ideas are flowing in your mind, flowing in your heart, flowing all around you. All you need to do is capture it and act upon it. Then it becomes yours. But I'm going to be sharing with you on how to generate business ideas. You've seen a lot of people come up with all kinds of products, all kinds of services, all kinds of ideas, and you're like, wow, how does these guys do it? Well, that's what we want to discover today, how to generate business ideas. And after we look into all the different ways you can use in generating business ideas, about 12 of them to be specific, that I'll be sharing with you, I'm also going to go ahead and share with you some business ideas, some kinds of businesses you can go into, some kind of services you can go into that can help you to be able to generate wealth. Well, in order to be able to generate business idea, the first way to generate business idea is take an ordinary product. Yes, just an ordinary product. And what you need to do with that product is to add value or additional benefit to it, and then offer it at the old price or a cheaper price. Did you get that? Take an existing product. Yes, it's not your product. They have a copyright on it. There is a patent right on it. There is a patent right as long as nothing else is added, no extra benefit is put in. By the time you add an extra value or an extra benefit, it has become yours. So just look for an existing product. That existing product has been existing. Add value to it. Add benefits to it. And once you have done that, instead of saying it's now going to be very expensive because I have added more value and more benefit to it, no. Offer it at the old price or a cheaper price. Offer it at the same price they sell that which does not have the additional value and benefits you have put in. And then you will be amazed at how many people are out there waiting for that added value and that added benefit before they can patronize that product. And now that you have opened that channel of adding an extra benefit and an extra value, you have opened up a big channel that is going to make a lot of difference. So the first way to generate business idea is very simple. Take an existing product, add value or additional benefit to it, and offer it at the old price or at a cheaper price. Number 2, take an ordinary product. It's a product just like it's existing, it's just ordinary product. Then strip it to its basics and offer the substance of it at a basic or cheaper price. You say, oh, I wish I can really get what you're saying. I wish you can give me examples so that I'll be able to relate to it. Okay. For instance, the first way to generate a business idea, like I said, is to take an existing product, add value or additional benefit to it, and offer it at the old price or a cheaper price. In this part of the world, there's what we call pure water. Most people in Africa or in this part of the world are familiar with what is called pure water. It's just normal still water, pure water, because before the emergence of pure water, water was sold You see people at different bus stops, train stations, garages and bus terminals, and they have this big bucket on their head, and they have cups on the bucket. And then if you want to buy water, all they need to do is to put the cup inside the bucket, bring out the water. The bucket is filled with water and large ice cubes and ice blocks, and they give you the cup and you drink. The next person wants to buy, they do the same thing. But what happened was, that same existing product of selling pure water at garages, at bus stop, at train station and bus terminals, that same existing product, a value was added to it. Some guys received the idea that this is not hygienic enough. We cannot all be drinking from the same cup. You may be catching disease. It may not be health wise. And guess what they did? They started getting bags. They put the water in that bag and they started sealing it. At first, they just started putting it in ordinary bag without sealing. They would just tie it at the mouth. After that, they went to the next level, added another value. They put it in the bag, they seal it, then they put their labels on it. They started printing. Before you know it, they moved to the level of putting it in bottles. And today, the pure water industry is a multi-million-dollar industry. Why? Because an existing product was taken, value was added to it, benefit was added to it, and it was offered at a cheaper price. Now, an example for the second one, which is take an ordinary product, strip it to its basics, and offer the substance of it at a basic and cheaper price, is, let me say, Airline, EasyJet, or some other airline. There are a lot of airlines that did that. For instance, in 2001 and beyond, when the airline industry started having a lot of challenges after the 9/11, what happened was the fact that a lot of airlines closed up. And in the last 4, 5, 6 years, there are a lot of airlines that you can no more hear of because they've all closed up. They've all gone bankrupt. But some airlines were still making it. Why? Because people now go for them because they apply this second formula, which is to take an ordinary product. Airline, somebody wants to travel, and because the person wants to travel, the person needs to fly. So that's an ordinary product, flying, buying ticket and flying. But you know what they did? They strip it to its basics and they offer the substance of it at a basic and cheaper price. How did they go about that? Okay, listen. Why do you fly? You fly because you want to move from point A to point B faster. So the major reason why people travel by air is speed. That's the major reason. There's ground transportation, there's air transportation, there's sea, there's rail. The major reason why people go by air, number one reason, ask anybody, is just because I'm going somewhere and I want to get there fast. And now, if that's the basic reason why people fly, then what has the food got to do with it? What has the entertainment got to do with it? So you now have online entertainment on air. You have people eating, they serve you first food, second food, and all those stuff. And it will amaze you to know that all this food they are serving you costs so much when you look at it with reference to the ticket money. So what these airlines did was, they have airlines, all they want to do is to take you from point A to point B. The seats are okay, no multimedia, no media, no radio, no television, no nothing, and no food. So once you are traveling on that airline, the good service, they put you in, you sit down, and they take you to the next destination without food, without anything. If you now want food, then you say, okay, I want food, you will now pay for that separately on the airplane. And if you want to watch the TV, you want to watch a film, then you will buy the earphone or pay separately for that on the airplane. So it's not compulsory for everybody to pay for food or everybody to pay for the video or whatever. You can now decide that by yourself and you pay for that extra benefit. So by doing that, they have cheap tickets and a good airline, and they are making it by taking an ordinary product, strip it to its basics, and then offer the substance of it at a basic and cheaper price. And you have another idea already existing. Number 3, the third way to raise or generate business idea is to add or remove packaging from a product or service. Add or remove packaging from a product or service. Add or remove packaging from a product or service. There are a lot of products and a lot of services out there that you can do either of these two things with. You can either add packaging or remove packaging. So ask yourself, what are the products out there that are so bare, they are not well packaged? And you know that if you package it well, there are people that will begin to patronize it. There are people that are presently not patronizing it because it is not well packaged. What will you do? For instance, cinema. In this part of the world, a lot of cinema houses have closed down. A lot of cinema houses closed down just because they were not well packaged. The environment is not tidy. The security is not safe. They have all manner of touts. And then some guys came up with ideas of cinemas. And they said, let's set up a good cinema, well packaged. And before you know it, right now, a lot of cinemas are coming up. And people pay on a daily basis to go there and watch film. And people go with their families. Corporate people go there. Why? Because this service of cinema halls has been well packaged. Because people realize that the former cinemas closed up primarily because of lack of packaging and security. So you can look for a product that is not well packaged. Look into your community. Look into your state. Look around you. Look around you. Go into the supermarket. Go into the shopping mall. Walk on the street. Look into your house. Look into your kitchen, your sitting room. Look everywhere. You'll be amazed. There are a lot of products you have bought. There are a lot of products you have bought and there are a lot of products you are buying that many people are also buying that are not well packaged. That if you can just add packaging to it, you'll be amazed that you have an idea already in place. And apart from that, you can also look at some products that are just nothing but packaging. So much packaging, but the substance is so tiny. And by the time you look at the cost of the packaging itself, you'll be wondering, what is the reason for all this? Sometimes you buy an electronic appliance, and by the time you begin to open, you are like, where is the thing I bought? Where is the thing I bought? By the time you finally get to it, it's so tiny, and you are like, why do they have to go through all this length to do all this? That packaging is expensive on its own. So you can remove packaging from some products. And that gives you another idea on its own. So that shows you to add or remove packaging from a product or service can just give you a new idea altogether. Number 4. The fourth way to generate business idea is to package what I call something made easy. Package is something made easy. You see, in life, everybody wants things to be done faster. Everybody wants things to be easy for them to achieve. Nobody wants to go through stress because life itself is full of its own stress. And nobody wants to go and use their money to buy anything that will increase their stress level. So, what happens is, you have to make up your mind. If you want to generate business idea, look at a lot of things that are going on and package something made easy. Package what? Something made easy. For instance, if people want to drink tea or coffee or hot chocolate, you see a lot of people, before you can drink tea, you need milk, you need sugar, and you need the beverage, and then you need the water. But instead of having to buy sugar, buy milk, buy the beverage, you can come up with something made easy and put these three things together. So the sugar, the milk, and the beverage can be mixed together, and then you have instant beverage, instant chocolate, instant tea, instant coffee. And that's what many people have done. You've seen that all over in different shopping malls and different supermarkets. So a lot of people receive that idea, and many people now do that. Instead of going to buy sugar, buy milk, and buy tea, they will just buy that, and once they open the sachet, they pour it into the cup, and it's all ready to go. So that's something made easy. Ask yourself, are there things, for instance, in this part of the world, people want to pound yam, and before you can get a pounded yam meal, you need to go to the market, buy yam, you peel the yam, you cut the yam, you boil the yam. After boiling the yam, you now begin to pound the yam. After pounding the yam, before you can now eat the yam. But some guys, got the idea. Everybody loves to eat pounded yam in this part of the world. They want it good, but the stress is too much. Should we all go through this stress? Is there no way we can come up with pounded yam or something made easy? And before you know it, they started going on a research, and today we have pounded yam, we have yam flour, and nobody needs to begin to pound now except that's what they want, or they are still in the old school or in the primitive life. So you can now just pound. So in less than 10 minutes, you have a pounded yam set, instead of you buying yam, peeling yam, and going through all those processes. So that is something made easy, and you can relate that to any aspect or any sector. What are the things that people are going through that is so difficult? Can you make it easy? Is a fast food restaurant here people have to go and eat? No. Can you deliver food in people's offices? Can you deliver it in their homes? You are selling meat and people have to come to the market and start pricing meat. Can you package the meat in a nylon and put it in kilograms? You are selling chicken, people have to buy a live chicken from you, and then they will go and kill it and cut the blood, and they will start peeling it and start boiling. Can't you just do all that and then sell a frozen chicken? Something made easy. So just think about it. In any sector, something made easy is very, very important. So just package a something made easy. Number 5. Another way to generate business idea is to add speed of delivery to a basic product and service. Add speed of delivery. Note that word, speed. Speed. People are willing to pay anything for speed. There are people that are willing to pay 4-5 times and even more for speed. If it will take me 7 days to get a letter, and I know that I can get it within hours at extra cost, I will pay the extra cost if the letter is important to me. So you need to find out. There are people out there that have all manner of products that they need in an emergency level, and all they need to do is to do what? To pay for it. There's a story of a man that was involved in the airline industry, and they are involved in all these high machines, heavy duty equipment, and sometimes they order for things and it takes days before it will come. Days, sometimes weeks. Why? Because of the mailing system. It has to go through the gram mail, or what is called the snail mail. And this man just thought, if I'm going through this and I need this thing urgently and I have to go through this process, there may be many other people that are going through the same thing and they will be waiting for what they need to come. Is there no way we can do an overnight mail where you can order for something and within over the night it can be sent and people can receive it the next day? And that's how his business started. Today the business is a multi-million-dollar business all over the world. It's a company you all know. So listen to me. Listen. Add speed of delivery to a basic product and service, and a new idea is born. So whatever service has been rendered before now, look at it. Are there services where people are complaining? Are there services where people are saying that the time is too long and things are not as fast as it should be? That's what you should aim for. Add speed of delivery to it. Add what? Add speed of delivery to it. Once you add speed of delivery to that basic product or basic service, you have a new idea in place. And before you know it, people will be coming and they'll be willing to pay you just for that idea. Number 6. The 6th way to generate business idea is to use design or packaging to enhance a basic appliance or product. Use design or packaging to enhance a basic appliance or product. Use design or packaging to enhance a basic appliance or product. There are a lot of appliances and products out there that if you can just design it differently, you will be amazed at the changes that will come. For instance, I remember my kids have some shoes, and these canvas shoes, when they walk, it will be showing light, and there's nothing special about it. But because they added light, so every time they lift up their leg, put down their leg, there will be light, just that. And there are some that even make sound as you move, and that's just it. So it's just a design, it's just a packaging. They just use it to enhance the shoe, and a lot of people now want that. They want the shoe that has light, they want the shoe that has colors, they want the shoe that has this, and all these things are nothing but just ideas. They're just ideas. So you can think about it. What are the different things around you? Look around. Spend time to look around. Be very observant about things around you. And you'll be amazed that you can go a long way just by using design and packaging to enhance a basic appliance or product. Number 7, use design to relieve stress from life. Life is full of stress. Life is full of stress. And a lot of people on earth today are stressed up because there are all kinds of pressures that is coming against them. The question now is, how do we relieve people of their stress? You don't know how many millions people are spending on health and nutrition just to be able to try to quench their stress. You don't know how much money people are spending. Listen to me. You can come up with a design that can help people to eradicate stress. I remember being in an exhibition a few months back where an international company, came to exhibit some of their products, and one of the products they came to exhibit was a bed that if you sleep on it for just 30 minutes, by the time you wake up, it will give you the same feeling as if you have slept for 8 hours. Now they came to, and they also brought a massager that will massage your body from head to toe, massage you, and by the time you are through, you are strong. You are relieved of your stress. They brought the one for your foot. They brought all manner of stuff. And looking at it and going through all that they have, I just said, wow, these are people that have been able to look for ways to try to help reduce stress in the life of people, and they're going to make a lot of money. A lot of people were buying most of the things they brought, and that's just the way to make money. There are a lot of people that will pay anything just to be free from stress. There are people that need a lot of time, and if they see that there is a bed that they can sleep on for 1 hour and they will be 8 hours refreshed, they will buy. So that's what you need to look into also. You can use design to relieve stress from life. You can use design to relieve stress from life. Number 8, generalize a hoarded technology or idea. Generalize a hoarded technology or idea. There are a lot of technologies and ideas out there that people are hoarding. They are hoarding it because they say it's a secret formula. They don't want anybody to discover their secrets. But listen to me. If you have a secret, or you have an idea or a technology, you are not making money from it, or you are not making enough money, and you don't want to let it go, don't you think that's not too wise? You might make more money by releasing those ideas. There are people today that have started. Do you know that schools, education itself, is built upon this idea, generalizing a hoarded technology? Any school you see today, universities, business schools, is all based on this principle, generalizing a hoarded technology. Because people have ideas, they know things, and they're like, oh, there are a lot of people that want to know what I know. Let me start a school. And they start a school, drama school, music school, law school, business school, ministry school, all manner of schools, educational schools. All the schools existing today exist based on this formula. Because the information that people have, they want to transfer the information to other people. And by transferring the information to other people, they make money because people pay fees. So listen to me. What do you know? You know how to speak French? Why not start teaching people how to speak French? You know how to speak German? Why not start teaching people how to? Why not open a language school and begin to teach people language? It will surprise you. And I repeat, it will surprise you how many people are out there that will be willing to pay just to be a part of those that will get the information and the idea and the technology that you have. So one of the ways you can generate business ideas is what? Generalize a hoarded technology or idea, and another idea is born. Number 9, offer better value by combining attributes. Offer better value by combining attributes. What does that mean? Well, the best way I can explain that to you now is the handset, your mobile phone handset. You know, there are a lot of people that go all around town with all kinds of appliances. But today, people have come up with the idea of combining attributes of different things and offering it in one product just to give better value. For instance, there are people that by going around, They carry a diary. They carry an address book. They carry a calculator. They carry an organizer. They carry a mini radio. They carry a recorder. They carry their phone. They carry a music player or an iPod or whatever. And before you know it, they are loaded with all kinds of stuff. But today, by this principle of offering better value by combining attributes, we have mobile phones today that will fulfill all those functions. It was not always like that. But some mobile phones today now have organizers. The same mobile phone, apart from having organizer, the same mobile phone has a radio. The same mobile phone has a recorder. The same mobile phone has organizer, has a diary, has a calendar, has a calculator. The same mobile phone has a recording device, has where you can store music and play it. All manner of stuff on just one mobile phone. And there are people today that all they know about their mobile phone is on and off. Receive call, make call. That's all. Whereas the mobile phone is loaded with all kinds of stuff. Some you can even browse the net on some of the mobile phone. You can even watch the news. You can buy tickets. You can do a lot of things. Now, all these attributes have been combined to give better value on mobile phones. So listen to me. One of the ways you can generate business ideas is by doing what? Is by offering better value by combining attributes. Look for different products that are related, and once they are closely related, gather all the different attributes, gather them together, and look at the possibility of blending everything together into one unique product. And before you know it, you have a valuable product that people will be willing to be a part of. That is one very, very powerful way of generating business ideas. The number 10 way of generating business idea is look for a need and fill it. Look for a need and fill it. Wherever there is a need, that need itself gives you the idea that you need to be a solution. So wherever there is a need, you need to fill it. If there's something you need and you have looked all around and nobody is doing it, then you may be the one that needs to be doing it. If there's something you have been looking for, you have been asking questions and nobody seems to be able to know exactly where that thing is, then that means enough of that is not existing, and you may need to be the one that will start it or join others to make it become what it's supposed to be. So listen to me. Looking for a need and filling it is a generator of ideas. Looking for a need and feeling is a generator of it, because once you see people in need or you discover a need, all of a sudden inspiration begin to flow, ideas begin to come on how to meet that need, on how to solve that problem, on how to handle that situation, and before you know it, you are sorted out. So look for a need and fill it. There are many needs all around. If you don't look for a need to fill it, you may not be able to get it. I remember a lady, she's in the eastern part of the country, and I went there for a word creation seminar, and she was sharing with me on how my book and my messages have affected her, and how that when she got into that particular state, she didn't have anything to do. She was looking for a job, and there was a particular kind of food she loved to eat, which was from the south. And she realized that there are a lot of people that were also from the south that were already there that also love that kind of food, but it was not always available. And the only way they can get it is by sending message home for people to send it to them. So she realized, if everybody is looking for this thing, then I can start a business on that. So she started buying it and packaging it and sending it to them, and today she's been established through that. Number 11, solve problems for people. Look for problems. When people have problems, solve their problem. That's an idea. By solving people's problem, you are able to receive ideas. You are able to generate ideas. So solve problems for people. Look at people that have problems and help them to solve their problem. And by helping them to solve their problem, you'll be amazed that you have already generated an idea, because you solve problem for people, ideas begin to flow on how you can help them, and those ideas can also be useful to many other people, and in turn bring resources into your life. The final way I want to talk about, the last way to generate business idea, is by bringing out inspirational or creative products. Inspirational or creative products. When you bring out inspirational or creative products, it cannot be duplicated and it cannot be cut short. So inspirational products, creative products, very powerful. Just sit down as ideas flow, capture it, act upon it, and you'll be amazed. A lot of inspiration have flowed through your mind and your heart in the last few days, in the last few minutes, in the last few hours. All you need to do is to begin to have books around you, pen and paper, to pen down and to capture these ideas in writing. And once you capture them in writing, you're already on your way to making it a reality. So bring out inspirational products. Let your heart speak to you, let your spirit speak to you, let your mind speak to you, and begin to act upon it. And you'll be amazed that as you begin to do that, the information you need will be there and you'll be able to make it. So those are different ways you can use to generate business ideas. However, I want to just share with you some business ideas of different kind of businesses you can do, so that it will also help you. So you can just think about the different business ideas that I want to share with you, and let's see how far it go. Well, number one, you can start a fruit shop where you begin to sell fruits to people. Go to the market, buy the fruit and start. You can start an opinion poll or rating agency. You know, there are a lot of things that people want to know, but there is no opinion poll or rating agency everywhere. So you can start one. What are people's opinion on different issues? What are different rating on different issue? And statistical agency to have statistics on different things, on different demographics, on different, so that when people need it, they will come to you to get it and pay for it. You can start a collection center for dry cleaners, so that people can bring their clothes to you, and then you collect and take to dry cleaner. You can start house-to-house dry cleaning services. You can start house-to-house dry cleaning services. That's another way to you can go into poultry. You can start a poultry. A lot of people don't know that they can go into poultry, but poultry is another very, very powerful product. So you can go into poultry, and once you go into poultry, it will help you a lot. So poultry is another thing you can consider. You can start a poultry. Then you can also, apart from poultry, you can go into transport business, buying a car or a bus for transport purposes. You can go into printing business. You can be printing materials for people, books, clothes, t-shirts, everything, all manner of dimension of printing. And then you can also go into car wash service, washing cars. Apart from that, you can go into garbage collection services. You can go into farming. You can go into exercise book production. You can go into photography. You can go into food business, buying and selling of food, all kinds of food. You can go into restaurant business, opening restaurants and opening food stalls, and many different ideas out there that you can explore. You can go into production and manufacturing. You can go into manufacturing of chalk, of candles, of crayon, of tissue paper, of juice, of wine. You can go into manufacturing. You can go into buying and selling. You can be going to importation, import books, import tapes, import cars, import materials. You can go into real estate. You can go into business. You can go into shares and stock. You can go into fund management. You can go into a lot of things. So there are different businesses. You can go into acting. You can go into script writing. You can go into broadcasting. You can go into producing. You can go into directing. You can go into stage management. You can go into music. You can go into production. You can go into writing of music. You can go into training. You can go into marketing in different aspects. You can go into teaching. You can go into education. You can go into seminars and training. You can go into consultancy. You can go into publishing. Can go into all manner of businesses, and I'm just trying to come up with different things as they are coming to my mind, so that you can be able to look at that, and then that will now help you. Well, I believe you've been able to get some things from what we have looked into today, and all I want to tell you is ideas are flying all around. All you need to do is to capture them, act upon them, and then they will become a reality in your life.